Check this stuff out here. This is some nice stuff. We're going to take a close-up now that we've looked at that of the sign. Well, there's the artist, but then let's look at the sign real quick here. It says, Great Buffalo Jewelry, Kurt Buffalo Artist, www.greatbuffalo.com. That's an easy URL. That's nice. You got your cell number up there. Kurt Buffalo.
Yep.
Tell us where you're from, who you're representing, and what you're doing down at Indian Summer today.
Nice. Well, my name's Kurt Buffalo, and I'm a bead artist from the Lake Superior area, Red Cliff to be exact. I'm down here showing some bead art that was taught to me by my grandmother, Tiny Cadet. Stories with the bead art also include legends and myths of the Anishinaabe culture. Also taught to me by Dee Bainbridge, one of my other teachers.
Dee was a great teacher. Go ahead and pick up one of those pieces of art and show it here to the people watching today.
Sure, sure. This one here is one of my more popular designs, the Anishinaabe floral design, which represents the blossoming of life, done on size 15 bead, cuff style bracelet.
Would most people know that there's sizes to beads?
I don't think so. I think they see the size 11s. They think that's pretty small until you show them the real tiny seed beads.
Let's see the tiny one. Let's see how close up we can get here. If you got those tiny seed beads, let's see if we can find an example.
Sure. Here's the size 15.
Okay, I'm gonna come in here a little bit on this. This is a loon design because I recognize the red eye there.
Yep.
Okay, we're pretty close. See how those beads are? You can see them. They're pretty small. Okay, how long are we talking about producing something like this?
Ooh, something like this takes about 4 to 5 days. 4 to 5 days for a person like me to do that. So.
And when you get on the assembly line at the factory, you know, all your workers are plunking on it. Is the amount of time it takes a little bit shorter?
Yeah, you know, when I got my little people working for me, it almost just seems to work out nice and smooth, you know. So.
You got some birch bark stuff here, and outside of the Great Lakes area, I'm not sure if people are very familiar with that kind of stuff. So I'm going to back up a little bit so we can see a little bit of this.
Definitely.
Tell us a little bit about some of the birch bark stuff. Are you working with some other people on this, or is this all your stuff here?
No, well, I come down here and I'm representing a little the woodland art. So my uncle, Simon Birch Crum, is the birch bark artist, and he's from the Leech Lake Band of Chippewas. But yeah, these are the original baskets of the Anishinaabe people.
Let's take a look on the inside of that once here.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Just in case. There you go. There's a calling card down in there. But what would you find traditionally? Berries?
Yeah, you'd find berries, wild rice. For example, even this one here is a berry basket. It's got a little handle in the middle.
Almost like for a kid or something to hang on to, or something like that, huh?
Yep, definitely.
Yeah, pack it with sugar in the spring.
Yeah.
Kurt, you had a show up at Madeline Island this summer. What were you teaching up there? The same subject?
I go around and I talk to people about the native culture. Some of these spirit animals in the Anishinaabe culture, they have different attributes and different characteristics. So I try to put them in these bracelets, something that a person could wear every day. I'm trying to get the word out and positivity for the Anishinaabe people. If I can be a good positive role model and do good things, you know, that just expands, you know, for people to see that haven't been exposed to native culture.
How many people's artwork do you have here today?
Just mine and Birch.
Okay, good. Are you seeing some movement in being able to move some of this stuff out into the Great Lakes area? I know as an artist, I've got some cousins that are involved in it. They're always saying they're producing stuff. It's kind of difficult sometimes to get rid of stuff locally. So you're seeing some interest in, I mean, even like retail here, but are people saying, hey, you know, can I get some of that for my store kind of a thing?
Not necessarily the wholesale thing, but like you said, you know, the more that you move away, the more people are more interested in what you got there because they haven't seen it, you know. They haven't been a part of it. I've been getting some good response here with all the baskets and the beadwork, so I think I got to travel more off, you know, further away from Duluth, Minnesota.
How far have you gotten away?
This is probably my furthest show, other than the one I did in Washington, D.C.
Okay, and if people are going to find you, where can they find you? You got your URL?
Yeah, they can find me here at www.greatbuffalo.com.
All right. And what do you like about Indian Summer Festival?
Oh man, what do I like? What's not to like? I mean, you get to talk to so many people out here. You get to meet people, and there's food. There's everything to see out here. There's just not one native style here. There's many things here. Many things. It's awesome.
Thanks for joining with us today for a few minutes. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Miigwech.
Indian Summerfest is being brought to you by the Sequoia Research Center, Lakota Band of Lake Superior Ojibwe, Menominee Casino and Resort, the Great Lakes Indian Fish and Wildlife Commission, the College of Menominee Nation, Lakota Ojibwe Schools, Taylor Woodstone of Bloomington, Minnesota, the LCO Community College, the LCO Health Center, and Native Design by Dick Mendikowski.